Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Give me my coffee, you jerk! Spit it out already!
What's the password for today?
Reads 19 degrees, but I'm sweating like a pig. And no, it's not only because I'm nervous.
Listen, it's her. No time for being unconscious now. Come on, Frank. Open your eyes. On your feet. Silly questions will have to wait.
Who knew that these moments would be so hard? They would feel so long. I can't stop myself from rethinking everything. My whole life, from insignificant details to major decisions, all of which led me right here. So close to home.
I told you it's her, but first you need to open your eyes. Come on, cock-a-doodle-doo, buddy!
At least I'll have the best possible view, right? After so many months of just endless, rolling emptiness dotted with distant, uncaring stars, the planet feels surreal.
You idiot! She was here all along, sitting on that payload adapter waiting for you, calling you. It was no accident you came right here, even if you only realize it now. And all the while they tried to stop you. First your sister, then that scrawny loser. But now that you've gotten rid of them both, it's only you and Judy. And me.
Just a blue and white disk against the darkness. It looks so small, like I can just pluck it out of the universe with my fingers, put it in my pocket, and keep it forever.
I don't think so. You're too far away.
I never imagined my homecoming like this. I was never good with words. I thought I would have more to say. But just seeing Earth, knowing that everything and everybody I love is down there. Thinking about the warm sunlight on my skin and the smell of wet grass and the whipping of the wind leaves me breathless. Literally. Though all is said and done now, the computer notified me I'm within short range. Yeah, all messages would be sent automatically, but since I'm still here, why not do it in person? Say a bit more. I can't hear you, Starbase One. I was never able to fix the long-range comms, but you can hear me. I'm transmitting all my recorded messages. Now, not like I care anymore how much power it'll drain, right? Anyhow, it's getting harder to speak, so I'll stop. Judy, out.
She's gone. Why is she gone?
Guiding light, mission log, day 2, Commander Resnick recording. You know this already, Starbase One, but let's be thorough for the record and all that.
Quick! Don't lose her again.
While performing a transmars injection, the main engines went offline. Neither the crew nor ship's automated systems were able to identify the cause, so in consultation with the CEO and Mission Control, we opted for me to perform an exploratory EVA.
Wait. Something's different. She sounds so distant now. Is she afraid?
Moments out of the airlock, the ship was rocked by cascading explosions, and I'm still not sure what went wrong, but my working hypothesis is that the injection system suffered a catastrophic failure. The only reason I'm still alive and not blown to bits or into the endless vacuum is my jetpack. I was able to reach and undock the landing module with an emergency override before the ship was torn apart. Mission specialists Wolf and Hobb are presumed dead.
Fuck! The battery's dying! Hurry up! You have to save her!
Since most of our TMI was completed, I'm still en route to Mars, albeit on an altered trajectory thanks to the push from the explosions. I have yet to calculate my approach angle. Most of the lander's equipment is intact and functioning, excluding the long-range comm. 2 out of 10 solar panels have also suffered significant damage. I really regret that loss.
I love you too, Frank.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow? Mr. Harrow? Mr. Harrow, please.
Come on, you thief!
There's a whole mess of scrap metal littering in the desert. Dozens, hundreds, hell if I know. Listen, you can't even turn around without that damn logo staring back at you, usually with some tech gizmo on it. Ain't no telling what you're after.
Space debris? What do you know about that? They sent you to keep tabs on me, didn't they? Didn't they? You think you're real slick, don't you? But ain't no scrawny-ass poser gonna screw me over. Shut the fuck up and stand right there. I'm gonna call Cousin Cody. You got some real explaining to do.
Back off. Now! No handouts. You want something? Earn it. What did I say? Back off!
Still with me, Mr. Harrow? Mr. Harrow, I'm aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right now.
That space junk? Can't say for sure, buddy, but I reckon the locals are scraping those as soon as they hit the ground. They probably think it's worth something. Or they just need a convenient tin roof for the chicken coop. Not that I've seen many of those around, to be fair. Now, speaking of things falling from grace, how about one Stargarita?
Still with me, Mr. Harrow? Mr. Harrow, I'm aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right now. Still with me, Mr. Harrow? Mr. Harrow! Still with me, Mr. Harrow? 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 Still with me, Mr. Hollow? Mr. Harrow, can you hear me? Your affect is remarkably flat. I can't even see you breathing. This level of withdrawal points to either executive or cognitive paralysis. Tell me, is your mind blank? Or are thoughts circling without anchor? Mr. Harrow, are you present with me? Or are you dissociating? Is that so? Well then, if you happen to have trouble falling asleep tonight, Remember, what I'm giving you is a mild, non-prescription herbal hypnotic drug. Nothing more. Hopefully, it'll help you calm down and get some rest tonight. We'll continue tomorrow. All right then. Now, you only need to pick up the key card for your room. And I'll call the receptionist to make sure everything is in order. Sounds good?
Give me my coffee, you jerk! Spit it out already!
Listen, I know what I'm talking about. Of course it's urgent. Our guests don't have Wi-Fi, the credit card machines are dead, we can't... Oh, hold on, I have someone on the other line. Hello, reception? Oh, what can I do for you, Dr. Fink? If it's about the Wi-Fi, yes, he's here. Of course, no problem. Hello? I'm very sorry. I will have to call you back later. Bye. This is your key card. Oh, you must be very tired. Perhaps I'll tell you about it some other time. It's a really interesting story. Here. I'll just need your signature. Thank you. I'm here if you need anything. Enjoy your stay.
Come on, you thief!
Still with me, Mr. Hollow? Your affect is remarkably flat. I can't even see you breathing. Is that so? Well then, if you happen to have trouble falling asleep tonight, remember, what I'm giving you is a mild, non-prescription herbal hypnotic drug. Nothing more. Hopefully, it'll help you calm down and get some rest tonight. We'll continue tomorrow. All right then. Now, you only need to pick up the key card for your room. And I'll call the receptionist to make sure everything is in order. Sounds good?
you must be very tired. Perhaps I'll tell you about it some other time. It's a really interesting story. Here.
Well then, if you happen to have trouble falling asleep tonight,
Oh, you must be very tired. Perhaps I'll tell you about it some other time. It's a really interesting story. Here. Escalate to customer engagement. What does that Hi, yes, Coral Destiny Antenna, Rue Valley Motel. The text said it'd be up by noon today, but it's 8 p.m. now. Yes, your colleagues already suggested I reboot the modem. I even tried a backup route.
still with me, Mr. Hollow? Mr. Harrow, I am aware of a slight lack of motivation you may be experiencing right now. And we'll surely be coming back to this condition of yours later during our sessions. But for now, I just want you to acknowledge its existence and try to stay aware of it at all times if possible. That's very perceptive, Mr. Harrow. And what survives? Yes. Anything else? For sure. What else? Why not? And if I may add, getting to know yourself, becoming a better person, and countless other things, small and big, things that make life worth living. Sometimes it takes a lot of effort to do any of these. Sometimes it's even hard to decide which one is worth it. But in the end, it doesn't really matter what you choose. One of my patients enjoys drinking a glass of lukewarm water first thing in the morning. You ask why? I don't know, and it doesn't matter. They somehow started doing it, continued doing it, and with time they learned to enjoy it. But one thing is certain, completely giving up is never worth it, Mr. Harrow. Mr. Harrow, can you hear me? Mr. Harrow, please. Still with me, Mr. Hollow? Mr. Harrow, can you hear me? Mr. Harrow, please.
Spit it out already!
Still with me, Mr. Hollow? Mr. Harrow, can you hear me? Mr. Harrow, please.
Come on, you thief!
Still with me, Mr. Hollow? Mr. Harrow, can you hear me? Mr. Harrow, please.
I'll break you open if I have to.
Physical antenna. Yes. On the roof. What do you mean it's settled? I need the internet. Could you... Oh. Hey, listen. I have to go now. So yeah, we'll have to manage without it today. I know. Sorry. Bye. Oh, hello, Mr. Harrow. How are you? Are you ready to check in?
Still with me, Mr. Hollow? Mr. Harrow, can you hear me? Mr. Harrow, please.
Am I speaking with Eugene Harrow? My name is Percy Rugger, and I'm a senior sales executive at Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. We'd like to offer our help regarding your case. But of course, Mr. Harrow, I'm here to answer any questions you might have. At your service, as they say.
Hey, welcome to Kuiper Belt. I'm Travis, and you look like you could really use a drink. Hey, man, wow, I never forget a face, but I totally blanked on your name. Sure thing, buddy. The eggheads from Coral Destiny equipped us with one of those, whatchamacallits, state-of-the-art, cutting-edge, universal green charger ports. It's right behind the pool table. Just place whatever you need charged on it, and it takes care of the rest.
messing around. You there? Pop, stop fooling around and show yourself. This house is falling apart. Everything creaking to high heaven. Stop! Stop right there!
Guiding light, mission log, day 52. Happy to report I'm still alive, though honestly, my steady diet of protein curry, pea stew, and oat and berry paste has seriously made me contemplate taking my own life. Water recycling and oxygen regeneration systems are working within parameters, though I have to fiddle with them every now and again, and this still leaves me with free time, and a lot of free time. Left unoccupied, want it or not, my mind wanders back to Earth, and this is a dangerous journey. I mean, just one treacherous step away from plunging me back into the pit of despair, and I can't let that happen.
No. The pit is not a good place. You were trapped there almost forever. Until I got you out.
It's a paradox. I can't think of home, but I need to think about ways of getting home, so to stop myself from wandering, I focus on new mission parameters. I think, plan, then I flip the mental table and I do it all over again.
Frank?
Fucking hell. You're not only interrupted, you're interrupted by Riley.
Frank?
It's not a matter of selecting the method. I mean, there's only one, anyhow, and I have to take it. The slingshot maneuver. It's a matter of resources, or lack thereof.
What are you... Oh, shit.
Huh, she finally gets it. Now let's focus on what's important.
Here's the thing. Guiding Light was 91% done with the Transmars injection protocol when the fuel injection system malfunctioned. This put the ship into an almost stable orbit with Mars. Almost.
Almost stable is good enough. Worked for us, buddy boy.
When I ejected the lander, it assumed the same trajectory as the rest of the ship, but it was further degraded by the explosions. As it stands right now, I'm in an anomalous Earth-Mars orbit, doomed to a perpetual circling, never to reach either planet. A loop, if you will. Here's the other thing. Because I'm sometimes forced to use my fuel for upkeep of the various systems I've built in this tin can, my reserves are at 71%. This is enough for a few controlled burns, yes, but that's it. Especially considering I'll have to save at least 12% of that fuel in order to survive the trip back from Mars to Earth.
She should have had more fuel by our calculations, right? Right. Something's off here.
These are the two key points, the cruxes of my issue. So here's the proposed solution. I've been going over these calculations I don't know how many times. I need to perform 2 burns and to be extremely careful about fuel efficiency.
Frank, we need to talk now.
The first one needs to correct my trajectory, get me in a stable orbit of Mars. The second will be tricky, much more so, as I need to escape Mars orbit, which will require a lot of fuel. maybe all of the fuel.
That did it. She bit her lips hard, but doesn't open them. Bravo.
Now, the first maneuver will affect the other. If I fuck up the first and get too close, I might not have enough fuel to get out of the planet's gravity well. Or if I don't course correct properly, I'll just shoot past the planet and get into an even worse trajectory. Still, the results of the model I've built are conclusive enough that I'm willing to take the risks. Now I just have to stop doubting myself and pentable check every single number. Again, I'll record again later. Have to conserve power as much as possible.
Frank, please.
Alright. Guiding light mission log day 54. Can't sleep, so I've decided to crunch some numbers. Again, I'm sick and tired of talking to the walls, so what the hell? Sunshine's plentiful, let's waste some kilowatts and record this thing. At least I'll have a reference point for later to recheck the math if I need to. Fuck, if only the lander's main computer wasn't so limited in its functions, or if I was a better programmer, I could run some real simulations, but this will have to do.
Listen, I know about Judy's message. She'll start crunching numbers now, saying exactly how much fuel she has left. Just listen.
So, let's start with the basics. Right now, my fuel reserves are at 71%. I'll need the bare minimum of 12% to survive the Mars-Earth trip, so this means the total fuel available is 59%. So far, so good.
She knew. She fucking knew. All this time.
Let me go, you jerk! I never said a word for exactly this reason! I heard the whole message when Judy's lander reached near-Earth orbit. Like it did again. Just look at yourself. Imagine how you would have been if you'd known the entire time! Fucking hell, Frank, even now you think she's alive. When you know that she couldn't be.
Hurt her. Rip out her tongue, pluck out her eyes, bite off her ear. Hurt her! Hurt her! Hurt her!
For fuck's sake, listen to yourself, Frank! You're fucking delusional. I introduced you to. I helped when you had issues. Why would I want to keep you away from her if she was even still alive?
She struggles. She hackles her hair, teeth bared. But she's in pain. More. More!
You low-hitting bastard. Bringing out shit from way back when? Real class act.
Let her have it. Let her have all of the pain you have suffered!
How can you even... Who even are you? This is not the Frank that pulled me out of shit time and time again! No. You're like some folktale demon of anger and grief.
That's it. That's it. Your toxic barrage has brought her down on the verge of tears, on the brink of crumbling. Fucking down. Now go for the jugular. Say that thing again. The same one you said, and you haven't spoken for 2 years. Oh, the sweet, succulent taste of revenge. When you take your hurt and spread it around like an emotional disease.
You really think that? I wondered, back then, if it was just a slip of the tongue, but... No. You do.
Oh, for trans-Earth injection... Fucking napkin math. Okay, Initial mass after the first burn will be around 4,270 kilograms on a delta V of approximately 2,050 meters per second. I'll need about 1,400 kilograms of fuel, I want to say, and the burn will last about a minute and a half. Fuck, that's almost 5 times the MOI burn time. After the burn, my mass will be around 2,870 kilograms, of which only 370 kilograms will be fuel reserves, or 12%.
Shit. Riley made us miss a part of Judy's message. Maybe the most important part.
That's a thin, terrifying margin for error. Okay, if I execute both burns with maximum efficiency and no additional adjustments, I'll have enough fuel to get home. Barely enough, but enough. I don't want to think about what happens if I overburn. Okay. I can do this. Guiding light, mission log, day 74. The question has been killing me for the last week or so. I can't stop thinking about it, and yet I can't find an answer. It might sound like one of those fairy tale riddles that are designed to push you over the edge, so what's a doer to do when she's got nothing to do?
No, there's always something, my love. Something? Another simulation to run? Another calculation to check and recheck?
The only answer I got is nothing. Absolutely nothing, and that is driving me insane.
Be grateful you're holding Alex's best piece of equipment. Otherwise, Judy's signal might have been jammed by this storm noise.
Since I jury-rigged most of the additional life support systems, they need small repairs every now and then. But besides that, and scrubbing the filters, which is super time-consuming because I have so little water and power to spare, there's little else to occupy my free time. I've even tried cooking in an improv kitchen, combining different food pouches, but somehow the meals taste even worse. So, yeah, I gave up on that. That leaves me with the calculations for the burns and my paper simulation, and that's a no-go. Every time I check the numbers now, a worm of doubt starts gnawing in my mind, and I can't have that. I have to trust the plan, trust the science behind it.
Must be the battery, buddy boyo.
For fuck's sake. Who knew that spaceflight would entail so much free time? Ugh, I swear. If I knew I would be stuck in a lander for months, I would have brought my Zenith Mini on that damn EVA and just drowned myself in gaming. Fuck conserving power.
No. We need to conserve power. Conserve!
All of this leaves me with only one option. To think of home. Of the people I left behind that probably think I'm dead. But if I even start to unravel that coil, my heart clenches and I feel the weight of all this endless void on my chest, so I can't go down that rabbit hole. Not now, not ever.
Frank. Sir Frank-a-lot.
More like Cryly Riley.
There's only the now, and there's only the version of future in which I return home. I've decided to record the answer to my own riddle, to sear it into my mind. The doer needs to become the waiter. No other solution. Let's not waste any more power now. Guiding light, mission log, day 162. Mars orbit insertion successfully performed 2 days ago. Fuel burn was optimal at 12%. This will be a different beast, though I should really conserve power. I've decided to record this moment for posterity.
We'll have 12 children. All of them will know these messages, your moments of victory, by heart.
Fast approaching the planet. Velocity 7.34 kilometers per second. That's not the only reason. I need to stay focused now, and talking to these metal walls just doesn't do it for me anymore.
Be fast, or we'll lose Judy. Again.
To the best of my knowledge, the course correction maneuver I executed 2 weeks ago was a success. Though it did burn more fuel than I hoped, telemetry suggests I'm still on a viable course for a slingshot. All my trajectory readings are on point.
Frank, wait! You'll get yourself killed!
And now, for the real deal. Trajectory check, locked. Expected periapsis, 120 kilometers. Delta V budget, 20 seconds. Computer, start countdown. Fuel check at 65%. Attitude control system, aligned at 0, all 3 axes. Gyroscope stabilizers, active. No unexpected drift. Pitch and yaw meters, stable.
Frank, stop! For fuck's sake! You're too disturbed to drive.
Right. Thrusters, engaged. You better work, motherfucker. Engine temp approximately 210 degrees. Within parameters. Delta V readout 7.40, 7.48. Good, good. Fuel rapidly falling. 48%, 46%. Shit. Delta V readout 7.5, 7.53. Rechecking orbital trajectory display. I'm not gonna fucking make it. Fuel recheck, 40%, falling fast. Shit. I'm getting too close to Mars, and I don't have enough fuel to get out of the planet's gravity well. Boarding burn!
Stop, you stubborn fucking Anderson! Stop, Frank!
Fuck! Maybe I should just open that airlock and be done with all of this.
What the? You piece of shit!
Mission day, I think it's 181. Yeah. I've been mostly sleeping for the past couple of weeks. There are some bottles of Zincoding in the medicine box, and to be honest, even the dreamless void inside me is better than the real void outside. You know, habit is a fucked up thing. Even though I wanted to shrivel up and die, I still ate that horrible chickpea stew. Still pissed in bags, still recycled every last drop of it. Still scrubbed filters like I'll live in this tin can for 1,000 years. But I couldn't get myself to record anything earlier. Didn't know what would even be the point. I let my pride rule me by recording the burn. I'll have proof of my success, you know? A statement of my genius. Judith Resnick, the brilliant problem solver. What I have instead is just a reminder of what a fool I was. Am.
Always so hard on yourself. You have to stop whipping yourself, love.
By now, this is all just ramblings of a broken down woman, and nobody in Coral Destiny's Star Command is interested in that, right? So, why am I recording this? Because I have to stop being selfish. I was so laser focused on getting out of this shit loop that I haven't really been thinking about what I left behind. Who I left behind. I didn't dare to think, and right now, I have to. Though it still breaks my heart. Frank, I've never met anybody who had more resolve than you. Life threw shit after shit at you, and you just kept shrugging it off and going on. That's why I fell in love with you. The unbreakable man. Sure, there are scars, but as you said, they're just a testament of the shit we've been through. Thinking of you and how you would approach this made me get up. Made me clean myself after 2 weeks. Made me put up that flipped mental table and start planning again.
You were also our guiding light in our darkest of nights.
Yes, the fuel is insufficient. Yes, my trajectory is shit. Yes, my vector of approach is abysmal. But there must be a way out of this shit. Must be. And I'm gonna stop this train wreck of thoughts now. Judy out.
Riley, yeah. I saw her recently. We talked like we hadn't in so long. It really moved me. Never enough time. There was always pressing matters, and time just slips away. It gets easier here when I come to Dana. She offers me a hand of salvation, makes my life better, or less dark. Yeah, it feels good at first, but then it all turns black and starts sinking deeper. Yeah, exactly that.
Yes? That's not exactly in accordance with Coral Destiny's security protocols. But I don't see why not. Screw Coral Destiny's protocols. Hiya! So sorry about that sterilization procedure, but it's necessary in a facility of this type. And don't you worry about the chemicals, they are all organic in origin. As of a couple of days ago, ex-coworker, mind you. I never collaborated with her professionally as my work is independent of most of the company. But personally, I'm sorry she decided to leave us. Most of Coral Destiny's employees truly believe the company pitch, and it makes them behave like a cult. Riley wasn't like that. I know little. She had a tragic life. Her father died before she was even born. Her mother died in an accident when Riley was 12 years old. That would break most people, but not Riley. Tough as titanium nails, that one. What remained of her family contributed to keeping her sane, surely. Frank, an older brother, and the people that practically adopted both of them and gave them a home, the Flemings, Benjamin especially, he was like the dad Riley never had. The Flemings are the people who own the Rue Valley Motel, you know? Could be. Although, since that machine has a habit of eating coins, I can't say I blame Riley. But, as I said, Riley is tough as nails. That's why she would be an amazing colonist. A pity, really. She trained to be a colonist, which means everything. Kidding. But not really. Every future Martian needs to be a jack of all trades, capable of filling almost any role temporarily or permanently. Every irreplaceable individual is a danger to the colony. Which means that Riley went through a variety of training courses, from comms to advanced first aid to mech engineering and robotics, basic hydroponics. Yes? It's possible even afterwards. Every future colonist is on rotational duty in Star Command's comms center. But who do you think Riley heard? Aliens? Unfortunately, the whole shift heard Resnick's last message before the guiding light exploded, before Judy went EVA. Must have been horrible for Riley. To hear what would become the last words of her friend without being able to respond, say goodbye. No, thank you. I don't have many chances to gossip with somebody who doesn't know everybody else around here. 100% safe. For humans. Are you from the Overshoot Forum, perhaps? It's not every day that someone from there comes to talk in person. But I've never seen you in Rue Valley, so you can't be a local. Welcome, Eugene. I'm Dana Peters. So, what can I do for you? You're among the rare few who have asked me that question. People usually accept it as a necessary protocol without trying to delve deeper. Most of the species here are hybrids of my own creation. Because of that, they are vulnerable to all pathogens. So, without immunity of their own, I have to provide it for them. If it was only that simple! To do that, I would have to expose the plants to dozens, hundreds of pathogens, cultivate the strains that show the most promise. My long-term goal is to increase their resistances. However, in everything I do, I have to calculate the cost, not in terms of money, but in terms of time. My current generation, Gen H, is the best that I could do with the resources I have. Understandable. Many of the species here are my handiwork, created with cross-hybridization and gene manipulation. This facility is my laboratory, testing grounds to discern what will work, what could work, and what will be a disaster. And since Martian conditions are impossible, the plants must be impossible too. Overshoot is an online gathering place for people that believe time is running out for our species, our civilizations, and our planet. It was a great community, but it recently turned sour. It's an echo chamber now, a place for whining, grasping at straws, and passing around copium. Yeah, all those hours wasted on nothing in the end. Overshoot was supposed to be an educational space, and it was for a time. But then it all collapsed under the weight of that knowledge. Then the forum transitioned into a sort of attempted group therapy, but ended up as a place to just share malignant thoughts. I stopped being an active member a long time ago, but I'm one of the founders, and people still find me, sometimes even in person. Officially, Coral Destiny Research Facility number 8, but everyone knows it as the Hydroponics Farm, or just the farm. Most of which is completely ill-suited to growing plants. It contains no organic matter, lacks essential nutrients such as nitrogen, and, critically, it's full of toxic percolates. Yes, we could purify and enrich Martian soil, but it would be a lengthy and costly process. Water is much easier to manipulate. You are right, but up to a point. Rockets and space are only a means to an end. Coral Destiny's real aim is to establish a self-sufficient colony on Mars. Such autarky is impossible without food and medicine. That's my job. And this facility and all these plants, my life's work. Now I am. Of course, it took me quite some time to iron out all the disagreements with my CEO, then persuade her I don't need her ideas, let alone her hands-on management. It's still there. We just opt not to discuss it anymore. Isabel wants self-sufficiency as soon as possible, so the colony can become profitable quickly. I understand that establishing a base on Mars costs unthinkable amounts of money, and Coral Destiny is just a corporation. It must hunt for profit. But it's all foolishness, if you ask me. That colony must become a seed vault for our species, and you need long-term planning for that. An observant question. At first, fresh water was transported from outside of the valley. The same will be required on Mars. Large quantities of water will be delivered via cargo ships. Since water recycling and purification is necessary for the future colony, a section of my research was dedicated to just that. It's a long and complex story. But in a nutshell, the state of the Rue Valley aquifer is horrendous. It's been polluted with heavy metals, mining runoff, and ore processing chemicals. But with various methods, including introduction of certain bacteria and microbe strains, I've managed to purify small quantities of water, then enrich it with nutrients and minerals. It's simple. Needs will be tremendous. Consumption, food production, ore recycling, and quantities are extremely limited. The colony can't simply subside on shipments from Earth. Eventually, when the infrastructure is established, the colony will be able to draw water from subsurface ice. Even that source will need to be refined for consumption. But to achieve true autarky, multiple sources will be required.
One such source will be recycled and purified wastewater, communal and industrial alike. Waste want whatnot. Most welcome. It's always a pleasure to talk to a member of our pre-extinct species. I have some work to do now. Feel free to explore the lab, just don't touch the plants. Yes? What nonsense is this? He's never complained about any side effects. Absolutely I did. I grew it, prepared it, tested it on myself, enjoyed it. Everything was perfect. And I did it more than once. Those are facts. So whatever you think is happening to Ben can't be real. Impossible. All this tells me you're some kind of plant. Someone trying to sabotage what I'm doing. Reasons? Don't know, don't care. So take your so-called facts and fuck off. Leave me to my work.
Closed? Yeah, it should have stayed closed for as long as possible. Name's K. Walter K. You don't look familiar, Eugene, and you sound like an outsider. First, you tell me, you support Bill Thatcher? That's a good boy. You might be an outsider, but your heart's in the right place. He picks or props him up, and there's nothing I could do. Except I'm not without teeth. Nonsense, boy. I lost the election 4 or 5 years ago. Apex ore's still expanding, and no one's stopping them. Yeah, Maxine's there. She's worried. I just need to make sure everything's in order.
Hey, welcome to Kuiper Belt. I'm Travis, and you look like you could really use a drink. Anderson. Ah, Riley. She's cool, super nice, and gives off that easygoing vibe. Oh, and a great tipper. Can't say for sure. Think she's with the space program or something. Her and a bunch of other jumpers were practically regulars here. 'Cause of the jumpsuits. Coined that one myself. I was hoping it'd catch on. Thanks, buddy. Anyways, they didn't look like your typical CD eggheads, so I just figured technicians or would-be astronauts. I mean, they could hold their liquor like dock workers, especially Riley. Trust me, I sling some serious stargaritas. But that thing? I kicked it up a notch. Mixed it just for them. I call it Nebula Nectar. Strictly off the record, menu, and the rules. Only bare bones. I know that she and her brother Frank, they lived with Ben at the Rue Valley Motel after their mom passed. Needed no more, but I wouldn't go bothering her with that if I were you. Sorry, buddy. It's reserved for guests only. Rules are rules. But we can quench your thirst as well as your curiosity. It's just a one-drink minimum. Coming right up, along with our specially brewed Wi-Fi pass. It's Kuiper's Cipher, bud. All lowercase. Came up with that myself.
It's not exactly in accordance with Coral Destiny's security protocols. Screw Coral Destiny's protocols. Hiya! So sorry about that sterilization procedure, but it's necessary in a facility of this type. And don't you worry about the chemicals, they are all organic in origin. Nice to meet you, Eugene Harrow. I'm Dana Peters. But how? With all those Coral Destiny tours, the place should be doing just fine. What you describe sounds more like Ben himself than something caused by a substance. He has always been irresponsible ever since I met him. And when Anita left, things only went further downhill. She used to take care of all the day-to-day matters. Robin took on as much as she could, but she's still young, inexperienced. A child, so to speak. So, if what you're saying is true, it's not about any substance. It's about Ben and the kind of person he is. Yes? Always for breaking some rules. Screw Coral Destiny's protocols. Yeah, so sorry about that sterilization procedure, but it's necessary in a facility of this type. And don't you worry about the chemicals, they are all organic in origin. Hello, Mr. Lawson? Or should I say, son of law? Sounds like an action hero's last name. Good for you. And for the law, I suppose. My name is Dana Peters. How can I help you? Really? What was I? A plant? Hopefully something fruit-bearing. So, a trash-eating plant? Or are you just trying to insult me now? Oh, wait, you mean that past life. Got it. Now it makes sense. And you're sharing this little revelation with me because... That won't happen. First, because it helps him. My remedy works. Second, my employers already know about my past. Nice try, though, but blackmail won't work with me. What I don't understand is, why you? What's your connection to Ben? An investigation that uses blackmail? Maybe you're in the wrong career. Either way, I've got work. Later. You can see yourself out.
Hey, welcome to Kuiper Belt. I'm Travis, and you look like you could really use a drink.
Thanks for reaching out, Frank. I had no idea this was the effect. He always seemed fine and never said a word about it. I'll definitely have a talk with him as soon as he shows up. Thanks again. I'd hate to see him suffer, let alone be part of the reason why. P.S. I understand your concern. I'll take care of this. Trust me.
Riley? Yeah, sure. Just hold on a minute. Who are you exactly? Pleasure to meet you, Dr. Nightingale. I'm Benjamin Fleming, the motel's owner and family to Riley, in a way. So how can I help you, Dr. Nightingale? What's this about exactly? All right, I'm not sure how I can help. Especially now that she quit her job there, so I'm not sure it makes any sense to talk about it. She didn't get into the details much, only that something's been bothering her for a long time, and now she's decided to cut off what's not working. Surely in your role, you probably knew this already. A few days back, she showed up at the motel out of nowhere. No call or warning. I was glad to see her. Made us some coffee, poured us some numb night. Over small talk and a couple of toasts, she told me two things. She quit her job, and she was leaving Rue Valley for good. Two big shocks back to back. There was also a third thing. That one shook me more than anything else. She asked about her brother Frank, how he'd been and what he's doing. Little things like that. You see, Riley and Frank had a fight a while ago and haven't exactly been on speaking terms since. I never understood it. If anyone had been through hell and high water together, it was them. But the fight was so bitter, it drove them apart. So Riley never mentioned Frank for years. This is why I was so stunned. Apologies. I've probably overwhelmed you with family drama, which has nothing to do with your evaluation. We spoke a bit about Frank, then she handed me money for him, a serious amount in case he should ever need it. And no, I don't keep it on me. It's in a safe place. A bank, naturally. She asked me to encourage Frank to seek help again, to go back to Dr. Fink, your colleague. Glad to hear you say that. I like him. He seems like a genuinely good man. Riley was adamant. Frank has to talk about Judy's death. You know, that guiding light accident. Terribly. Frank was hit the hardest, but Riley too. Judy was a close friend. In any case, she said she would leave something of importance concerning Judy with Dr. Fink, but she didn't go into details. I just realized I'm swamping you with family stories. You don't even know everyone I'm talking about, and maybe none of this is relevant. I think she was afraid of what would happen if she faced him, that another fight would break out. Riley probably wanted to make sure he'd get the money and that special something, especially since she's leaving Rue Valley for good. Shit, I just remembered she's leaving today. This is her last day here. I just hope she saw Frank to say goodbye. That's a shame, but like their late mother used to say, as long as they're alive, there's always another chance. I can only hope that what I shared proved helpful to you, that you gained something from it.
What is going on? Mr. Harrow, what in the Earth's name? What happened? You just vanished. Right in front of me. One moment you were there, the next I was talking to empty air. I tore the office apart. Looked under the couch, in the bathroom. I thought I was hallucinating. Depersonalization. Psychotic break. Something. Anything. I even asked Robin if you ever arrived at the motel. If she has seen you. At all. That's a relief, in a way. But the mystery of your disappearance from our session still remains. Perhaps it's best to accept the simplest solution. I must have failed to notice your unexpected departure. Without a proper goodbye, I might add. In any case, that leaves another matter. You're here now. But our session ended long ago. and not in a proper way. So, I'm not sure how to proceed. Riley? Frank? How do you even know about them? Are you friends? That would be a serious conflict of interest for our therapy. Yes. She did place her trust in me. Riley believed I could reach him. This time for real. She left me that thing. Said it might help me reach Frank. But also help me if the past still troubles me. Yes. I made a grave error. And someone close to Frank and Riley paid the price. That's why I couldn't bring myself to listen to the things she left me. I wasn't ready to tear the scab from that wound. I put my faith in you, Mr. Harrow. Please, don't betray it. Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
But the worst issue of all in my predicament is that I just can't be sure if anything else is damaged. The Overwatch protection is having a bit of a fit. It intermittently reports malfunctions on various systems, including those I know are working, like life support or the power grid.
Judy. That's Judy. Stop fucking everything, buddy. That's Judy.
Then sometimes it reports the 2 damaged solar panels are operating at peak 98% efficiency, though I see their shattered frames through the viewport. I even thought about permanently shutting down the Overwatch when I got my hopes up, reporting it fixed the long-range comms where it were as dead as ever. I'm not sure if this is a legacy problem with the fault protection system, or the mainframe got damaged in the blast.
Imagine if this idiotic machine did what it was supposed to, and fixed the long-range comms. Imagine!
I pondered an exploratory EVA to determine the extent of the damage done to the lander, but the brutal truth is, I can't risk opening the airlock and losing any of the precious little oxygen reserves I have left. I have a cache of oxygen candles, yes, but I need to keep them for unforeseen emergencies.
Oh, no, no, no. One close encounter with the Void is one far too many.
My top priority right now is to find a sustainable way to generate oxygen. Water electrolysis, powered by my own urine, comes to mind, but I'll have to think of a way to extract clean and sterile water from it. This will take power. A lot of power. I'll end here, since I don't want to dip into my fuel reserves more than I will have to. Guiding light, mission log, day 3. Commander Resnick speaking. This will be my last official report.
What? No! Judy, what happened?
Well, that was dramatic. I made a decision to continue recording, but this will become both my personal log and the record of my journey. A space to keep track of my resources, my thoughts, and my plans.
Oh.
Hopefully, when I land back home, I'll tell you my tale in person, so this will become a relic for the history books. Just in case, I'll load every message into the short-range auto transmitter. This was a short message. Guiding light, day 9, Commander Resnick's log. The sunlight is plentiful, for now, so I've decided to drain some more kilowatts from my power reserves and record. If only engineering crammed more batteries into this lander. I've already made written list upon list, prepared a number of paper blueprints for all of my projects, but just speaking helps me get my thoughts in order. It's strange. Dr. Fink correctly predicted a future when he warned the mission team about an intense desire to hear human speech during our long isolation. But I doubt he ever thought about a situation as dire as mine, so just hearing the din of my own voice in this tin can fills me with a strange sense of warmth. But back to business, Star Command. I did an inventory of all my available resources. Food and water is aplenty, as the lander was supposed to serve as a temporary base for Rose, Mark, and me during our planet-side operation. It's your standard, bland astronaut fare, sure, but it was supposed to feed 3 people, so with proper rationing, maybe a bit of fasting, I won't starve to death. Hopefully.
Don't even think about death. Don't even mention dying.
Oxygen is an entirely different beast. We were never meant to spend so much time in the lander, so I have only 30 kilos of stored oxygen, and that will last me approximately a month. Or I should say 21 more days to go. And my stores of water are not that plentiful either, so I'll definitely have to resort to urine recycling for oxygen regeneration. I've already planned the jury-rigged water electrolysis system and scavenged for parts. Unfortunately, one of the solar batteries had to be sacrificed for the cause and turned into a power source. My last and deepest concern is my fuel reserve. It is currently at 87%, which is my fault, really. Once I was in the lander, I activated the thrusters to get away from the wreckage of guiding light as soon as possible. I might have panicked and burned for too long. Might have. But hopefully this mistake won't come back to bite me in the ass. Preliminary calculations state there should be plenty for all the systems I'm building, maintaining life support, and the burn that will get me back to Earth.
Your fuel calculations match up with this.
That's all I have for now. So much to do. Guiding light, mission log, day 31, Commander Resnick recording. Nothing quite like that first breath of freshly generated oxygen. I am happy to announce that my water electrolysis system is fully operational. I'm so happy. I wanted to give it a grand opening with the ribbon cutting ceremony, but I'm all out of ribbons.
That's our girl. There's nothing you can't achieve. Nothing.
The only downside is that the whole process takes so much time, from urine collection, water recovery, sterilization of equipment, then running the electrolyzer. Though I have a feeling it will get much better once I have more time to improve my protocols. Speaking of, I feel I need to pass water now, and I can't afford to waste a drop, so signing off. Guiding light, mission log, day 52. Happy to report I'm still alive, though honestly my steady diet of protein curry, pea stew, and oat and berry paste has seriously made me contemplate taking my own life. Mission log, day 188. It's so hard to sleep without the pills pulling you into the void. I just lie strapped in my zero-G hammock and stare at the ceiling, my mind working on overdrive.
Hurry up! Don't want to lose Judy's signal.
Every night, yes, I made air quotes, Sumi, is a struggle. But I'm getting there. At least I don't have to wade through a jumble of thoughts anymore. I'm tired, but I am awake. Truly awake.
Oh, now where in the holy fuck have you left that battery, buddy?
And I have a plan now. A way out of this shit. During one of those ceiling staring sessions, I came up with a solution for how to fix my trajectory.
Nothing here. Hurry! Nope. Where is that spare battery? It's useless. There's no spare battery here, you dimwit. We're just wasting time.
Yes, it's super risky, but let's face it, I'm at such a point that I might as well bet it all on red. If I don't, everything will stay the same forever. I just need to do the math, build a model. It will work. It must. Judy out.
Alex has radio equipment. You did beat some sense into yourself.
Day 224. Here's a little bit of analysis after the fact. I contemplated a triangle. Trajectory, remaining fuel reserves, required fuel for the burn. No matter how I spun it, no matter how much I twisted it, that triangle always stayed the same. With it, the conclusion: insufficient fuel for trajectory-altering burn. Unable to adjust vector of approach for planetfall.
Look at scrawny loser staring at you, like you've hit his fucking transformer. Oh, come on, start, you piece of shit.
Outside of that triangle to push the calculations to my favor, literally.
Who the fuck are you? You don't know shit about me.
I donned my EVA suit and ventured outside of the airlock, oxygen loss be damned. Using my jetpack and additional fuel I made myself with the water electrolysis system, I was able to create just enough pressure to alter my trajectory and make sure the fuel required for the burn will be sufficient.
Stop yapping and let me listen to Judy, you fucker.
And when I was about to re-enter the lander, I noticed something that I've yet to make peace with. One of the fuel injector pipes, that radical new Coral Destiny innovation, is damaged, showing signs of previous leaks. The damage might have been caused by the explosion, or the material was never meant for spaceflight. I don't know.
Fuck you, you scrawny loser. She's not dead.
But now, I do know the reason why I was spending so much more fuel during our previous burns. Seeing that was a gut punch. If only I went outside earlier to assess the damage, I could have maybe... No. No use crying over spilled milk or fuel. I've patched up the rupture as much as I could have, just to make sure it doesn't expand and cost me even more fuel. I returned to the lander, performed the burn. The result, that triangle was shattered. My new trajectory is stable, but I don't know how I feel about that. I've sacrificed so many resources to do this. Too much, maybe.
Shut up.
Day 226. Guiding Light mission. Judith Resnick speaking. I've decided to do this now, while I'm still mindful, composed, while life support still has enough resources to operate. Though I can't change them now, I've started questioning my own decisions. But I keep telling myself that whatever I did or didn't do, an end would come. This way, I got to choose that end. And it will come on my own terms.
No. Fucking roadblock. Fucking Coral Destiny. I have to get to Alex before the battery runs out.
Star Command, you will receive all of my messages through the short-range auto-transmitter. I have some personal requests. Please make sure that the following people hear my words. For my friends, Jake, Kirka, Riley, Jean, I'll be brief like I usually am. I love you, you bastards. You better get to Mars and drink to my health, or else. To my parents, Mom, Dad, countless times I've imagined your smiles when Guiding Light was launched. How proud you'd be.
You.
Countless times I've tormented myself with your faces when you learned that the ship was lost with all crew. For now, at least you get a better epilogue than that.
Judy. You're here.
I can't imagine your pain, your sorrow. I know this is not what you imagined for me, but this is what I can do, what I want. Out of the worst, I've extracted the very possible best, just like you taught me. I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. Frank, my love. I'm sorry. I'll have to break that promise I made. I won't be coming home. But you have to know, I fought with every atom of my being. I tried.
What are you saying? I'll save you.
But sometimes we have to learn to admit defeat, to accept it. Please understand that I chose this. I want to have a resting place on Mars, a grave.
You can't die, Judy. You must not.
I refuse to be another piece of space junk on an endless Earth-Mars orbit. I've broken that loop.
Broken the loop.
I want you to be happy. Need you to be happy. Do not allow yourself to return to the pit. I know it will hurt, but I must become another scar for you to bear. I love you, now and forever.
I love you too, Judy. Now. Forever. What now, buddy? I understand. Would you stay with me? I don't want to die alone.
Still with me, Mr. Harrell? For a moment you seemed elsewhere. Well, we are done with our second session. I'll see you tomorrow again. Get some rest, please. Your physical condition demands it. Good night, Mr. Harrell.
Shadows linger, whispers lie, then faces shadows haunt the sage, and memories that never age. Footsteps echo through the rain, and every corner hums my name. Shadows linger, whispers lie. Faces shift as nights go by. And what is pain is just a sign. Then there's more to seek, more to find. And what is age, not a curse, but a way to find my worth. But a way to find my worth. Footsteps echo through